Wake up! Let me tell you a story. Two friends graduate from university on the same day. Same degree, same job offer, same salary, same starting point. Fast forward 10 years. One is stressed, car payments, credit card balances, upgraded apartment, always waiting for the next paycheck. The other, calm. Not flashy, but owns investments, has money coming in whether they work or not. Same starting line, very different finish. What changed? One understood assets and liabilities, the other didn't. Wake up! Because this single concept can permanently change how you see money. Let's make it simple. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. That's it. No complicated accounting terms. Just direction of cash flow. Money in or money out. Now let's challenge what you've been told. Is your car an asset? Most people say yes. But let's examine it. You buy a $35,000 car. You make monthly payments. You pay insurance, fuel, maintenance, repairs. Is that car sending you money? Or are you sending it money? It's taking money out. That makes it a liability. Now here's where people get confused. But it's valuable. Value is not the same as income. Something can have resale value and still drain your cash flow. Assets produce. Liabilities consume. Now let's talk about houses. This one is emotional. You buy a home, mortgage, property taxes, insurance, maintenance, repairs. If that home does not generate income, it behaves like a liability. Yes, it may appreciate over time, but appreciation doesn't pay your bills monthly. Cash flow does. Now, rent out part of that home, or convert it into an income-producing property. Now it shifts. Same building, different structure. Now it's an asset. The object didn't change. The cash flow did. This is where financial literacy begins. Stop labeling things based on status. Start labeling them based on behavior. Does it pay you, or do you pay it? Simple, but powerful. Now here's the trap most people fall into. They increase income, and immediately increase lifestyle. Better car, better place, better everything. Income goes up, expenses go up, and the gap stays the same, or worse, shrinks. That gap between income and expenses, that's where assets are built. If there is no gap, there is no investing. If there is no investing, there is no compounding. If there is no compounding, there is no freedom. Most people don't have asset problems. They have structure problems. They don't build income-producing systems. They build income-consuming lifestyles. There's a difference. One requires you to keep working forever. The other slowly builds independence. Let's talk about ownership. Wealth isn't built from income alone, it's built from ownership. Owning shares in companies, owning rental property, owning part of a business, owning investments that grow. Income is active. Assets are leverage. If you stop working, income stops. If you own assets, income can continue. That's the shift. Here's another powerful distinction. Debt used for liabilities is destructive. Debt used for assets can be strategic. If you borrow money for a car that loses value, you're financing a liability. If you borrow money for a property that produces income, you're financing an asset. Same word, debt, completely different outcome. Understanding this separates consumers from builders. Let's go back to our two friends. Friend A upgrades lifestyle with every raise. Friend B upgrades assets with every raise. 10 years later, friend A has higher expenses and pressure. Friend B has income-producing investments and options. Not because one was smarter, because one was intentional. Assets compound, liabilities compound too, but negatively. Monthly payments stack, interest stacks, obligations stack, and suddenly, you don't own your income, your expenses do. Here's a mindset shift. Stop asking, can I afford this monthly payment? Start asking, does this increase my cash flow? If the answer is no, you're likely buying a liability, and that's fine occasionally, but if it's constant, you're building financial pressure. Assets reduce pressure, liabilities increase it. Now let's zoom out. Financial independence is not about being cheap, it's about control. If your assets cover your basic expenses, you gain options. You can leave a job, start something new, take risks, spend time differently. But if your liabilities consume your entire income, you're locked in. That's not freedom, that's dependency. Most people were never taught this, not in school, not at home. They were taught how to earn, not how to structure. They were taught how to spend responsibly, not how to build strategically. That changes here. Wake up. This channel is about understanding money, understanding business, understanding how the system actually works. No fluff, no fake gurus, just clarity. Here's the final shift. Every dollar you earn has a job. It can either Buy a liability, or buy an asset. If you consistently choose liabilities, you build a lifestyle that depends on constant income. If you consistently choose assets, you build a system that eventually supports you. Small decisions, repeated over years, create massive differences. So, next time you're about to upgrade something, pause. Ask yourself, is this building my future or just upgrading my image? Because one creates freedom, the other creates obligation. Assets first, lifestyle second. That's how you move from working for money to having money work for you. Wake up. Now the question is, are you building income or are you building ownership? That choice compounds, and your future will reflect it.